Who's that? God. I got a hole in my pants the size of the Burj Khalifa. Is that the name of that building? The Burj Khalifa? The world may never know. Been doing the splits too much. Hopefully you can't see that. What is up, everybody? Thurston here. It's 11:11, and today I'm going to be doing a behind the beat for our song Empty Home.
Empty home, couldn't make this our own. You said till death do us part, but I'm dying alone.
So this is actually the longest I've ever sat on a beat. This song, I don't know why it means so much to me. It started with an unhealthy obsession with Justin Timberlake's Blue Ocean Floor. Sickest song ever. All the pianos reversed. It's written in the key of B minor, and it's what led me to make this song. So we wanted this really dreamlike, ethereal sound, kind of like you were floating under the water. Wrote everything in B minor because I felt like that was the perfect key for just like that nostalgic, dreamlike feel. So this had like 5 or 6 different chorus ideas on it. The beat had been rewritten 4 or 5 times during its lifespan, and we actually didn't settle on a final structure until about a week before we went to go do our final vocal recording. That's when we went in, locked it down. We're like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be sick. And then it was finalized during the vocal recording process. So actually, the verse and part of the second verse were written with my friend Brian, and they ended up being recycled into this project, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first up, we have all of the synths. I had originally started it with this xylophone. And then double speeded it. And then added a low octave to it as well. That just follows it pretty exact. I wanted some rhythm to it, so I added these basic chords. And a buzzy synth that would follow the bass that comes in later. Just to give it a little bit of atmosphere. So then here's all the synths together. That main xylophone really reminded me of the end of the Goonies movie, or maybe in the middle of the Goonies movie. There's some kind of piano that's almost like that. Once the chorus hits in, I added another synth that was just some harmonies of the xylophone pattern. With some resampled vocals. And then I changed up the xylophone pattern underneath it. So then the buzz synth that was used before in the verse is combined with the bass to give it just this nice structure. And then I added kind of some super simple drums, just a basic trap hat pattern, some off-time snares, and just really driving kicks to really push the bass forward. Some panning on the hi-hats. So the second verse is going to have a little bit more flow than the first verse. I gave it a little bit of drum background, and then the bass comes in about halfway through and then cuts out and then comes back in. Here's where the bass kicks. Cuts out and the xylophone comes back in right here. So on the last chorus, you can see my hi-hats right here. I sped those way the fuck up and kind of gave it a really cool jump effect right here. So I ended up cutting the kick a couple times, and then I cut up the bass as well, and all of the synth. So it just really gives it this nice cool transition right here. Then when we get to the bridge, I changed up the xylophone pattern a little bit to make it a little bit more unpredictable. Added in some ambience. And this siren. Really got this idea from Chase Atlantic Swim. So the bridge is just like this nice build up all together. Only 4 different elements. And then this pause right here. These two ring outs are actually from the very first demo version we did. They were leftover reverbs on some vocals that we had, so I really like the way they sounded behind the vocals, so I actually cut them out and then put them in the final song. I went back to my metal roots and added a 6-beat pause instead of a 4-beat pause, just to make it a little awkward and uncomfortable. You really pay attention to it, it grabs your focus, and yeah, it makes the ending hit pretty hard. For the ending, I changed up the drum pattern a little bit to make it a little bit more open. Right here, you can see I added in that bell that we had in Worth It. So I have that's just like a little sound I like to throw in everywhere. If you haven't checked the video for Worth It, I would definitely go back, check that out. So I actually had guitar on every chorus here, but it took up a little bit too much of the mid to high range. With all the synths and vocals going on, I really wanted there not to be a lot of clutter, even though I really like the guitar, so I'll turn this up a little bit so you can hear it. And that's the only guitar on the entire song, just the ending outro. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in. You have no idea what the support means to us. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content every single Tuesday, and we'll see you again next week.